So now we're going to go to our next tangle, and I think I'm going to do it just right on here because I'm going to do the one that's in the grid. That's Chrissy, Z Chrissy, and she's a ZZT, and Fimples. And I tried, like I said earlier, I tried to do it on my kind, and I didn't like how it turned out. So I just used her strokes and made me something else. So I'm just going to use her strokes and show you what I did that just changed it. I'm just going to, she had a little spiral, and I always put a little weight on my spiral. She did these within a grid, and it just didn't fit for me in a grid. I like grids, but this didn't fit for me in the grid. If you can, I'm going to show you. There's her tangle, and it just, I thought it was going to work great, but it didn't work out for me. So, but I liked the feel of it. So after doing the spiral, she comes back and she auras it. And I'm going to aura it all the way around. And I know that's probably another tangle. It's probably got somebody's name on it somewhere. But sometimes I will take a portion of someone's tangle and redraw it and what I'm doing. That way, you know, that's what Zentangle is all about. And I did them going even. I know this isn't, when I draw it, I know it's another tangle. I know it is, but I just use that because the grid part just didn't fit for me. And so I did it on my tangle here, and I just did it going up a little line. And of course, I got circles in here because there's so many circles on this particular template. But I think I might even go back in here and just put some lines back in there. And you can see that it represents a lot of tangles. But that spiral is a basic. So a lot of tangles are really just off of your basic strokes. And since I did that line of little circles or orbs, and I liked even just to continue to do it going the same direction. But and I'm gonna flip mine around and do some coming off this other side, just to make symmetry, because I didn't do a string or a border on here. All my tangles I'm gonna need them to connect, because that makes me feel better when my tangles kind of mesh into each other, and that kind of look of how they just keep joining in. And but you can see that's, you know, it's just a takeoff. And as I said earlier, when I did this, I didn't care for it, but there's no mistake in Zentangle. So I thought, what can I do to fix it? And so I put the gesso over it, and that fixed it. I guess if you don't have gesso, you got to think of something else you can put over the top of it. But I would need to, and I will go back and finish all of these orbs too, but even just putting, because I love the circle and the lines that were on this tangle. I'm going to bring it down again. I did it, and I loved how the lines joint, you know, she gave us some embellishment variations. And she twisted it, and I tried twisting it on mine. I thought, okay, I won't have them all go the same way. I'll rotate it, because sometimes that works for me. But I really loved the round part and the lines. So when I started doing it, I thought I need to incorporate that in and add those into here. That was just kind of one of those. And then I went back in and I thought, I'm going to make this look like they're nestled in with all these other little circles. So I'm just going to, in that space, I'm just going to draw small circles so that it kind of starts joining that tangle together, so that it kind of marries together. That's how you get tangles to look like they go together. I have people ask me all the time, how do you know what tangles to put with what tangles? And I never really think about it. I will start drawing, and sometimes, matter of fact, to be straight honest, I went and picked out 4 tangles. I didn't think of them as going together on the kind template. I'm just going to pick 4 tangles, and then I'm going to see what happens when I put them together. And hence, that's what happened here. Is I had the filigree tangle right here, but this was my variation of it. And I went back and looked at filigree, so I knew what I was drawing. And then I just looked at the other tangles that I had chosen, and I just started drawing them on. It just goes to show you can make them fit into any of your pieces. It really doesn't matter what they are. And when you make a stroke that you don't like, you adjust it to where you have something completely different.